Welcome to the 2025 PGA Championships. It's a Monday morning, it's wet, but we've been busy. People ask all the time, well they don't actually, but you know what I mean. You work for the Sunday Independent. What do you do for the rest of the week? Well, this morning I got to the media centre 5 minutes before it opened, and it was no surprise that Brian Keogh, the hardest working man in golf, was already here. Then I found my desk and put my rain gear on. I went out onto the course to see if there were any other paddies here. No Rory yet, but he's won here 4 times and knows this place pretty well. No Shane or Seamus either, but I'm sure they're en route. Brian said someone had seen Tom McKibben, and it was no surprise that the other hardest working man in golf had also checked in. Pádraig was in the Wilson truck when I found him, with his caddy Ronan Flood and Ron Graham, who has been working with Pádraig at Wilson since 1998. Ron checked the lofts and lives on Pádraig's clubs from a sheet with all of his details. Then Pádraig asked Ronan to change the shaft on his tree wood, and I followed him to the range, where Brian was waiting to gather his thoughts.
Very risk reward golf course. Yeah. A lot of drama on it. There's several holes that you hit a good shot on, you can make an eagle. Yeah. Also you can find a lot of trouble on it. Traditionally that wouldn't have suited me, but you've got to do the best on whatever golf course you play on.
Yeah, you had a couple of top 10s here back in the day in the Quail Hollow Championship. Not so great recently, but
I don't know. I actually don't know my record.
Yeah,
no, I'm not that. But I like the place. I like the venue. But as I said, there's some tough shots to be hit. That 17th and 18th.
Yeah.
Very intimidating. Short par 4, 14, same. 7 the drive. It's very reachable par 5. That can be. You play those holes well. You're making easy birdies.
Yeah.
On those, like 14, 15, 7. But obviously there's trouble as well, so it'd be an interesting week in that sense. But the same thing is every week you're trying to get your head in the game and trying to the golf course is somewhat play second fiddle to where what you're doing and what you're.
Yeah.
So I haven't been playing great of late. So
yes. What's missing? Is it in the head or is it
well, certainly Bob Bertella's coming in physically to work with me for a few days because I need that more than anything else. Yes. So time to play golf. A lot of events coming up at the moment, so it's time to get me.
Yeah, happy memories of the PGA Championship. Obviously, as a former winner as well. That must be nice to come back and
but
as a former champion.
It is.
You're not a ceremonial player. Right?
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't feel like I'm a ceremonial player, so I'm not wandering around and just waving at the crowd. So in that sense, sometimes you'll turn up and you're happy to do that. I don't see a reason why I shouldn't play well, so I'm not in that camp as of yet.
Yeah.
So looking forward to seeing what comes out this week, really, to be honest, and trying to do my preparation right. Normally when I do my preparation, I'm pretty good.
2 Irishmen in the top 10 in the world now. Shane Lowry.
Shane got in. I was thinking that.
Now he's 10th. I know he probably would have liked to have made it another circumstance.
Well, it gives him more chance of winning this week by not winning last.
Yeah.
It's hard to win off the back of the high of it.
Yes.
Now he's got a bit between his teeth, something to prove this week. So. I think he'd take the win last week and take his chances this week. But seeing so we can't go back on that, you've got to be positive and just go. Have the bit between his feet this week, and he's playing very well. His irons play is really good. So I think this could be a good golf course for him in terms of he's pretty good at playing conservatively and staying away from trouble. And there's plenty of danger out here to avoid. So I could see him with his good iron play having a good week here.
Yeah, he says he doesn't have a love-hate relationship with the place. He has a hate-hate relationship with the place. So he says, he does not like it at all. But with what the work he's done with Bob recently, and obviously Rory as well. I mean, are you impressed with how they've taken on the Bob Rotella?
Well, look, the Bob Rotella thing. I said this, keep saying this. This is always the players have to get to a situation that they want to work and do that work. So usually you have to be happy with your game and your swing, and then you go, okay, what's missing? The mental side.
Yeah.
So Shane is very comfortable with his game at the moment, and that's why he'd be buying more into that. Rory the same. So it is sometimes, it's the cart before the horse. We all think we have to swing it well before we allow ourselves to think well. Sometimes maybe thinking well would help you swing well.
Yeah. He's playing so consistently. Sometimes you get the questions about, well, not really winning as often as you should. How do you deal with that? You're a guy like Shane, top 10 in the world.
You want to be up there.
Yeah.
That's first and foremost. And if you keep putting yourself up there, you're going to get criticised, but you're going to get more wins by doing it. So he's doing everything right. You could have a situation where he falls into a win and then he gets 3 or 4 wins.
Yes.
This is the nature of golf. You can push it all you like, but Sepp Straka did everything right yesterday. As much as Shane can be as disappointed as Shane can be as disappointed about, but Sepp Straka did everything right.
Yes.
He didn't falter at all. So in the end of the day, he put another day. Shane could have strolled in there, and Sepp didn't do the job. So look, it's golf is strange that way. You can get wins, but the player themselves has to see what's behind it, not judge it based on the metric of winning is important, but how he went. If his head was in the right place yesterday and he hit the right shots, sure, that's all he wants. Winning is fickle.
Sure. Jordan Spieth could win this week and be another career Grand Slam. It's beggars belief, doesn't it, that another person could do it in the space of...
No, it doesn't really, because they've been sitting waiting on it for a while.
Sure. This is 8th or 7th or 8th go,
Yeah, so, Jordan is a winner.
Yeah.
So that gives him, he's playing okay and he's a winner.
Yeah.
So that would give him a chance. We're all waiting to see how Rory plays now.
Rory McIlroy Country Clubs, Jordan called it the other day.
But we're all waiting to see how does this make Rory more relaxed, or does it make him too relaxed?
Take the edge off him.
Yeah. So that's a fascinating thing.
Yeah.
So we wait and see. But this is a good golf course for Rory for sure.
Yeah.
If you especially if it keeps raining, the softer the golf course, the higher you need to hit it, the further you need to hit it. Those are the two biggest. Well, Rory's got a lot of strengths, but those are two of his big strengths: the height and the distance he hits it in the air. So if the rough is up, when it's wet, you'll need to be a long way down those fairways if you're missing them, and it would seem to play into his hands.
That's me done now. It's Sunday, but you can catch Brian every day in the Irish Independent, and you can catch us both on here on independent.ie.